Infrastructure, the second module is infrastructure planning and implementation. Okay. Risk in the infrastructure projects. Risk in the infrastructure project, construction and completion risk. So in the construction and completion risk, the construction cost should match the assumed cost. Otherwise क्या होगा, यदि cost बढ़ गई, it will, if it is more, the company financially weak. Okay. So construction and completion risk, construction cost should match the assumed cost. Otherwise, if it is more, company financially weak, and also it will ask more time to complete the project, because if the cost is increased, it will take the more time to complete the project. Then it will ask more time to complete the project, and completion will not as per the scheduled time. Also, if contractor delay the project, the cost of the project definitely will increase. Due to the delay, the cost of the project will increase, and government and public will in financial loss. So government, if the project cost is increased, the government is in the financial loss, because if it is, suppose the, just generally we read in the newspaper that the project was something 10 crores, and after, due to the delay, it goes to the 15 crores like this. So it is the financial loss due to that is the construction and completion risk. So it is a big risk in completing the project. Delay can also mean a loss of revenue. Also, due to the delay, the loss of the revenue is also there, because we saw that there are BRTS, BOT roads, built, operate and transport. We pay the toll. If the project is delayed by 1 year, so you can think that how much loss for the government due this number of vehicles per day going on the road, and if the project is delayed by 6 months or 1 year, there is a big financial loss of the revenue for the extent due to the extension of the project timeline. Also, time to time tests for quality are necessary to maintain the quality, which may delay the project. Also, sometimes due to the quality testing, the project is delayed, because the test reports comes after few days, and there up to that time they cannot do anything. So it is also delayed due to the this quality inspection. Also, it causes sometimes due to the dispute or reconstruction is done. Sometimes the quality is not good, though they ask to reconstruct the thing, so it will again take the time. So it causes the delay. Sometimes the risk in the construction due to the incident occur in the work area. There are some accident may be possible, so it causes the delay. Sometimes the worker comes in the path of vehicle, equipments and falling objects. Sometimes the objects are falling, so it delay the project. If sometimes due to the incomplete drawing, the drawings are delayed by the architect or engineer, so project may be delayed. Sometimes the design error is there. We also just read in the paper, there is a one pillar is wrong at the Narmada pipeline in that Devas road, something in the metro. So they shift the things and redesign the things, so it caused the delay of the project. So due to the delay of the drawing, sometimes due to the error, design error, it also caused the delay. Sometimes the unknown site condition are also one of the cause of the delay. And the poor project management are also the common risk factor for the construction. Poor construction management. Sometimes the management is not perfect, so it caused the delay of the project. So completion risk refers to the risk of failure to meet the construction outcome as prescribed. So completion, it was the construction risk, now the completion risk also. The completion refers to the risk of failure to meet the construction outcome as prescribed, or constructed project failing to meet the completion acceptance criteria, thereby causing a delay in the project. Then the second is the operating risk. After completion of the project, there is a risk of operation. If it is road, there should be number of lay-by, so traffic can be smooth. Otherwise, to save the salary of the worker, they reduce the number of workers and lanes. Sometimes the toll, if we see, then the toll to the delay operating risk is there, because there are number of toll required is 4 one side and 4 another side. Sometimes we saw that they put something and they only start the two toll only. So therefore it caused the delay in the operating. So user, they take the time to cross the toll and it creates a nuisance. In operating system, where fuel is required, ropeway, like the ropeway or the train or the bus operated by the private system, they try to load the thing fully. They wait for the bus to load the full load of the bus. Otherwise they delay the bus by the 10-15 hours. Sometimes the ropeway also, they wait for the loading of the full loading. Otherwise they will suffer a loss. So these are the operating risks which we are faced in the actual field. In the power generation, cost of the fuel and the water treatment, cost of the power, things also cause the operating risk of these projects. These are the operating risk. Now the third one is the demand risk. The financial agreement should not include the change in the law provisions. Otherwise, in future, repay of the loan may be discontinued. Repay of the loan may be discontinued due to this provision. So one should take care while preparing the agreement. Demand risk is the potential for a loss due to a gap between the forecast and actual demand. Sometimes the forecast, they tell that the number of vehicles going on this road are 2000 per day, and actually if we start the project, the vehicle may be 1500. So the 500 are less. So demand risk is potential for a loss due to the gap between the forecast and actual demand. So he put the toll according to the number of vehicle 2000, and if they are short, they are 1500, then it faces the demand is less. So it is a demand risk. It is common for capital investment making sales and supply chain decisions to be based on the demand forecast. When these forecasts are inaccurate, it can result in the losses. Okay. Change in the consumer preference trend and taste. Change in the consumer preference and taste also cause the old thing, they shift the making the previous popular product to the less desirable. Sometimes the thing is more popular, but due to the change of the taste, they shift to the another thing. So the demand will less. So due to the change of the taste, the new product is come, they shift to the new product because it attracts them due to the advertisement, due to some new, everybody wants something new. So it is the less demand, so it is also a demand risk. Then seasonal variation are also seasonal changes also this is cause for this demand, because sometimes due to the season, suppose the I buses are also there and the normal buses are also there, but in the summer season the I buses are full due to the or sometime in the trains also the AC and the AC things are full, or in the restaurant in the summer they are the full, they charge more for the AC, but in the winter season public do not want the AC, so they can travel in the normal buses also. So it is the seasonal variation also affect the demand. Then economic instability can treat to the reduce the consumer spending and so lower demand for the many products. Sometimes the economic things also affect the demand. The some product is they are charging the more for the some product, and another similar product they are charging the less. So people shifted to the less one. So it is also the economic things also change the demand. Then the next risk, fourth risk is the political and regulatory risk. So because of the major project in the market, so political risk, because of the major project in the market, financial transaction has expanded into the developing the country. So concern about the political risk have grown. The risk may be of cancellation of the project. Sometime some government declare that I will some CM or some government declare the project, and as the government is changed, so he refused that, he cancelled that project. So there is a political risk. Some government declare the thing, and another will, if we come in the governing, they cancel the. So this is called the political risk. Also they change the term of the contract. There should be a clause of compensation in the agreement to be paid in case of the termination. So you should keep a clause in the agreement for the compensation if the project is stopped. Many project sponsors have tuned to the multilateral agencies to reduce this burden. Now, after that, the next risk is the environmental risk. It is the fourth. The project must have minimum environmental risks in order to attract the international lenders, because not only local but most of the international commercial banks active in the project finance, because the project is financed by the World Bank. You have heard the name of the World Bank. They are financing the many projects in our country. So these banks have agreed not to lend to the projects that do not comply with the equator principles. Equator principles means large infrastructure and industrial project can have average impact on the people, on the environment. So project should not have the impact on the people of the local people. Okay. There was a chalk factory, or some road is constructed in the 2-3 days before they put the ash. So due to the vehicle, the ash is in the air. So the people of that nearby village are very suffering. So this time thing do not work. So there is in the Mandsaur, the chalk factory was there, PAM, slate factory or PAM factory was there. Due to that, the worker and the nearby people are suffering some diseases of the lung diseases. So this type of project which affect the environment, it is the risk, because the people now oppose the things for this project, and there is a risk for the closing of that project. So this is called the environmental risk. Equator principle is called the EP short form, are intended to serve as a common baseline and risk management framework for financial institution to identify, access and manage the environment and social risk. So as I told you, sometimes these projects are opposed by the local resident due to this environmental. Sometimes they cut the trees for the road work, or factories, the road are coming or factories are coming, they cut the jungles. So the local people oppose this type of the project which affect the environmental. Now the next risk is the legal risk. Legal risk means, as the word itself is explained, legality of the projects. So poorly written contracts and disputes in the contracts or non-compliance with the regulation can lead to the legal issue and delay of the project. Legal issue also delay the project. Sometimes we want the land for acquire the land for some road project or some factory project or some another project, we acquire the land. But if the land is not acquired legally, then sometimes they stop the project in between. The road, we saw that sometimes the road is up to here, after they left that some portion and they construct the road ahead. So in between there is a land and no road construction is there or any construction. So it is called the legal risk. Then the social risk. Infrastructure project generally have an tent impact on the local communities, as we saw in the environmental. It is also called the socio-environmental risk. So local community and quality of the life in particularly deliver of essential services like water and electricity or land like toll roads project impact a society and consumers, and civil society generally can result in resistance from the local interest and local group. As I already mentioned, the cutting of the trees, or sometimes due to the rise the height of the dam, the some village may go in the flooding. So they oppose this type of, we do not want to increase the height of the dam, because the advantages of the height is taken by the people on the another side of the, means the downstream of the land, because in the upstream they suffer the loss due to the flooding, because as we increase the height of the dam, the water level is increased in the this side of the project. So they oppose the many years ago for the Sardar Sarovar, the Baba Amte and the Megha Patkar, they come with the villagers and oppose the increase the height of the dams. So that is called the social risk. Also they resist the thing because of the low wages. The wages are sometimes the government or private people give the low wages for the local people. So this is also one of the cause of the social risk, because due to the low wages and unsafe working for those, they do not take the safety measures for those people. So the people and society oppose the project. This is called the social risk. Sometimes the child labor also serve the human violation. The child labor is not allowed, so it is a human violation. So which at the long term consequences are present, and caste conflict also is there. Casteism is also affected. This is one of the social risks. With some caste take the if the number of people are more of the one caste and number of people of the another caste are less, so it is also affect the project, and this is comes under the social risk. Now the sixth one is the economic risk. Economic risk refers to the potential for the financial loss. Means it is the, as the word itself is telling, economic means refers to the potential for the financial loss or negative economic impact arising from the change in the economic environment. These type of risks occur due to the unexpected change in the supply of the material and labor. Sometimes the material cost increase, so due to that increase, or sometimes the transportation cost is increased, so it affect the economy of the project. So it is comes under the economic risk. Sometimes the inflation of the rupees due in the country, so due to that it is also a economic risk. Exchange rates also affect. If the dollar is going on increasing and the rupees is going down, so it is also comes under the economic risk. Then cost and escalation is other economic risk for the construction. Cost escalation, sometimes the cost of the, we saw if he took the project for the rate of the steel something 35 rupees, or the bori of the cement of the 250 rupees, and after 1 year sometimes the cost abruptly increase. Means cement goes to the about 350 or 400, and steel goes to the from 35 to 45 something, or so it is also comes under the economic risk, because it affect he took the project for some rate, and if the means nominal variation in the cost of the material 5% up to the 5%, 2 to 5% is bearable. He considered while taking the contract. But the more variation about the 15, 20% or 25%, it affects the project and it comes under the economic risk. Economic risk can affect the business by reducing the profit or loss. Either it will reduce the profit or also increase the loss. Increased costs disturb the supply chain. Also due to the increasing the cost, the supply chain is disturbed. So he is unable to get the things timely, and also he get the lower investment returns. He invests the more but unable to get the returns as he was expected. Then the next risk is cultural risk. Cultural risk means potential for the company's operation in a country to struggle because of difference in language. Sometimes difference in language, customs, norms and customer preference. So it is, if I ask I shift the full company to the Karnataka or Chennai like area, and if they don't know the local language, then the workers know only the English and Hindi, but it is not feasible. In some states, the labor and villager know only their local language. So it is one of the cultural. So you have to take the local people. They are not competent for the project, but you have to take due to these cultural things. You have to take the people from the local things. So most common cultural difference is the religion. Different beliefs and ethical principle can cause the conflict among the co-worker. Sometimes the workers, there are 2-3 caste workers are there, and due to the religion, as we are seeing in our country, it is Gurjar, then the Rajput, then the Muslims. So these people make the group and they create the nuisance for the projects. And then the authenticity, it means belonging to a social group who identify with each other based on their shared attributes, because they like the common heritage, common language and identity. Some identity is also there up there. So it is called these things comes under the cultural risk. Then there is a problem of gender identity. Sometimes the gender identity also cause the risk. Workplace issues due to the gender identity. If you see in even the offices, if the lady boss is there, the gents feel they are not feeling good to obey the lady officer. So this is called the gender identity. So workplaces issue due to the gender identity often subjected to harassment. Very strong feeling against the gender. They feel the very strong feeling against the gender. They bias. The staff is biased about the lady officer. Sometimes it is generally seen. Sometimes some inappropriate questions lead to the employee unsatisfied. This comes under the gender identity risk. Now there are contractual and legal issues of the infrastructure. Then the next point is contractual means contract. The word is the contract. Contractual and legal issues of the infrastructure. So lack of the clarity and consistency of the national objective and standards. Due to this lack of clarity and consistency of the national objective, there are the issue for the construction and legal in the infrastructure. Under the written merchantine author section, RMA, it is called the RMA. Decision making in many area given to the local councils. The decision making are given to the local council because local government has best knowledge, understanding of the development impact on its local areas. In this local area, the local government knows the better. Sometimes the central government put a project in the state, but the central is not aware of that particular area. The local government is know better for their own area. So the decisions, these things, the council is put for the local people. But sometimes infrastructure project often cross the regional and local boundaries than the local area in which they are located. This lead to difficulty for decision maker. So these cause the difficulty. If they are the decision maker or government, central government, they found difficult, they feel the difficult to give the decision for particular area because they don't know about that area, because they are sitting on the center, they are sitting in the Delhi, and some decision is taken for the Kashmir or some the Rajasthan or some other Gujarat. So the local people know better about their state. So therefore in the council they put the local people to take any decision. So insufficient central government direction about the properties for economic, social and environmental resources management leads to the uncertainty for the decision maker. As we discussed, because the insufficient central government directional, their direct, if they give the direction, they are insufficient. They don't know the full things. So insufficient central government direction about the properties for economic, social and environmental resources management leads to the uncertainty for the decision maker. Lack of the clarity reduce the ability of the local government. So the lack of the clarity of the things reduce the ability of the local government and private sector to reduce the investment. So the private, due to this lack of the clarity, the local people, they hesitate to invest in some projects sometimes because they know the problem of their state and central government do not consider that problem of that state. So they afraid and they do not put the money and they taking back for investing the huge amount. Then mixed access to the destinations. Road in one of the map, but development are restricted to keep the provision of the future expansion of the road. So this is also one of the legal issue of this thing. Complex and inflexible approval process. The process are very complex and inflexible. Sometimes to get the project clear, if somebody take the contract, but it is very difficult, he have to deal with so many departments. If you construct the roads and in between the bridges, so sometimes the slope is going up to that building, so some people oppose those things to construct the things because their business is affected due to the construction of the bridge. So it is the complex to get through this thing. So there is a need for study and integrated combination of the state and central government to make the decision. So there should be a link between the state government and the central government to take the decisions. Then there should be efficiency and adequacy of the land acquisition process. As we discussed, to make the project, sometimes to make the dams or to make the canals, the private lands are comes to make the roads, the private roads are comes in between. So for the acquisition of that land, it is very difficult. They ask for the muawja. The process is very lengthy. Sometimes they goes in the court. So it is very difficult for the contractor to go through the project. Therefore, it requires the land acquisition rules should be changed. Nowadays, I think they are changing the things after this new government. Now the next point comes is the risk management framework for infrastructure. So risk management framework. As we saw, there are so many risks comes in to develop any project, any infrastructure project. There are so many as we study in the previous things. Means the construction risk, the completion risk, the operating risk, then the demand risk, political and the environmental risk, social risk, economic risk, legal risk, cultural risk and gender risk. So there are so many risks are there. So therefore there should be a risk management framework is there. It should require a risk management framework to develop easy development of any infrastructure process, which is a systematic approach to identify, assess and mitigate the potential risk. It is a systematic approach to identify the risk, then assess it, then mitigate means to solve that risk, potential risk, ensuring the project success by minimizing these negative impact, by minimizing these negative impacts and maximizing the positive outcomes. So risk management should be there to identify, to assess and to mitigate the potential risks, ensuring the project's success by minimizing this negative impact and maximizing the positive outcomes. It enables an enterprise to develop the steps and allocate the resources to manage. Enterprise develop the steps and allocate the resources to manage the risk and increase the likelihood that the organization achieves its objective. It should be like this. So with the help of the risk management, any organization can achieve its objective. It may consist of the plan risk management. Plan risk management means develop a plan with the team to discuss how to capture the project, how to capture the project. The plan should be perfect to capture any project. So plan should be made with the teamwork should be there, because one person cannot know the different things comes in the project. So you should make the team to make the approach, to make the project, to capture any project. Then identify the risk. Now after the project you make the plan, you identify the risk. So which risk may affect this project? So there are so many. So all the risks may not comes at a time. Somewhere the different risk, in some area the different risk, and in the other area it is different. So you identify which risk affect in this area which we are making the project. So the identification of the risk and entering the risk is a big thing before you take the project start. Then perform the qualitative risk analysis. After you identify the risk, there are the 3-4 types of risks may come. So then you perform the qualitative analysis of that risk, how we avoid those type of risks while we will do the projects. So quantitative risk analysis is there. Then the one is the qualitative risk analysis and another is the quantitative risk analysis, performing the computation of each risk on the project. Then plan the risk responses. Sometimes you manage the thing, but sometimes due to that risk the responses are the come. So sometimes the people make the group, they go to the hartal. So So you should plan challenge, how if the people oppose the things, how you will solve that problem. This is the risk response for the risk, how you avoid that. Then the control risk. After means the risk, you should control those. You identify the risk, this type of risk will may come, so you are able to control those risks. You track that risk and monitor that risk. You, after tracking and monitoring, you can control those type of the risk. Then the project should be design sustainable contract design is also one of the challenging example. Design any contract which should be sustainable. Sustainable means it should be go in the long run. Otherwise, in few days you find that it is not, there is some problems. So design of the sustainable contract is also the challenge for the team. So sustainable contract for the infrastructure should ensure the economic, social and environmental co-benefits of the infrastructure investment project. You should study about the and you ensure in the contract the economic, the social thing and the environmental thing you should take in account while you make the contract, so it will be sustainable. And the co-benefits of the infrastructure investment projects also, there are sometimes the co-benefits. You are doing the one thing, so some extra thing you also get with that project, so that is called the co-benefits of the project, with the purpose of supporting fundamental rights and environmental protection. There are some fundamental rights of that society, so you should protect that fundamental rights of the person. The sustainable design example may be the edible coffee cups. Nowadays you are reading in the paper, they are instead of disposable thing, they are inventing the edibles. In the ice cream, in the cup, they give you the ice cream, you have no waste. You can eat the cup also. With the ice cream, the cup you can also, the cone means not the cup, you cone, it is edible. So it is the sustainable design thing, one of the example. So risk should be, there are 6 R for the risk. You should, when you design something sustainable, you should rethink. You should rethink about the thing. We are putting this thing in the market, so you rethink. Sometimes first we use the plastic cups for the tea and plastic polythene bags. So after those bad effect, we rethink how to we avoid those things. So now the paper bags and also the paper cups and those things are coming, so it is the rethinking. Then refuse. Sometimes you refuse for the good bad stuff, you refuse if you go to market for purchasing the vegetable or something in the kirana shops, you take with the bag and you refuse for the polythene bags. I don't want that bag. Then the rethink, refuse, then reduce. You should also reduce the thing. If there are the water bottles in the marriages, so you can reduce by you can take only one bottle and keep with you. Otherwise people take the number of going there, take the one bottle, put it there half, then on the another stall they take the another bottle, put it, so nobody use that used bottle. So you should reduce the thing by taking the one bottle and keep it with you. Don't you go somewhere on the picnic, instead of purchasing that water, means Bisleri water, you take with you the bottles and the water from the home, so you can reduce that plastic. So It is so you should rethink the thing. You could refuse by taking the bags. You can reduce the thing by using the bottles from your home or from your bags. Then reuse the thing. As I already told you, you can reuse the things. As the Bisleri bottle, you can reuse by taking to the somewhere in the travel. You take with from the home, so you can reuse those things, and you will not create the another kachra. Then recycle. The something if you invent, it should be recyclable. So the people, they are carrying garbage and all these things. Some things we saw that they are the recyclable. So means nowadays that kullad for the teas, so you can reuse those kullad, but in the plastic it is not very much reusable. So you should rethink the thing, refuse the thing, reduce the thing, reuse the thing, and recycle the thing to avoid the environmental nuisance. Then repair. You can also repair the thing. Nowadays, the use and throw, the China things they are, we are seeing that using the thing and they are throwing. Like in the America, they don't have any repair shop. If something is disposed, then you have to throw the things. So it is not the way. If you are able to repair those things, you change the chain of the bag, or you change the something. So in the India it is like, but nowadays we are looking that they are also repairing is not there. In the like the umbrella, they use and throw. So it is not the way, because it creating the garbage on the. So you should rethink the thing, you should refuse the thing, you should reduce the thing, you reuse the thing, you recycle, and you are prefer for the repair of the thing. So for the design any project, you should take in care the optimize the site potential. You should take the care of the optimize the site potential of that site. Then the next is a minimize the non-renewable energy consumption. Minimize the non-renewable energy consumption. Carbon management and green energy. Now the solar is first we were used wood, then wood and coal, but how it affect the environment. Then also due to the diesel and petrol, the nuisance to the city for the its smoke, it affect the life and the health of the people of the city. So gradually we rethink the thing, and we reduce this use of those, and we shifted to the CNG, which is more economical as well as more beneficial for the environment. And after that CNG, now we again rethink and invent the thing, and we are using the solar thing, which is also electric vehicles comes, and so we are avoiding the cutting of the wood and the use of the coal as well as the diesel, petrol, which ultimately comes from the nature. And the solar energy is free and it is wastage. So we are design the solar things. So you should rethink of those things. Now also use the environmentally preferable products. You should use the environmentally preferable degradable things. You should use paper cups you can use instead of the plastic thing. Paper bags, paper cups, so they are environmental friendly. So you can think of the material which are environmental friendly. Also you should protect and conserve the water. Water should be conserved and protect, because in the earth only 2% water is drinking water is only 2%. Otherwise the sea water is all the wastage. You cannot use the sea water even for the construction purpose also. So So it is your duty to protect and conserve the water. While taking for the drinking, you take the as you want, as you require, a little glass. Sometimes we offer the guest the full glass of the water, and he do not want that amount of water. He took the small part, and after that we are not able to use that water. So it should not be like you for the floor cleaning and other things we are using the water. This is not the way. Then enhance the indoor environmental quality. You should, as a public, you should have the duty to enhance the indoor environmental quality of your city, of your house. You start from your house, then mohalla, then city, then your state, then the nation-wise. You can think as in the Indore like city, they are have the big project for the disposal of the garbage, solid as well as the liquid. So it is our indoor environment, means for the Indore like this. Then optimize the operational and maintenance practice. Optimize the operational and maintenance practice. You should be optimize this thing. You should use the thing with its optimize. Then innovative design of and maintenance of the infrastructure failure. Innovative design, as I already give the example for the ice cream cone. It is an innovative design. You are not creating any effect in the environmental. You with the ice cream you can eat that cone also. So it not require any extra thing to give. So they are designing the things like this for the other purpose, other eating thing also. So you can eat those container also, means you can eat the container in which you are serving that product. So innovative means a systematic approach where people, processes, software and operations are intentionally designed to encourage the new ideas by supporting the environment. And infrastructure maintenance means to cover the spending on the preservation of the existing network. Means if you if you use the thing carefully, it will go instead of if it is designed for 50 years, then and if you will not use properly, it affect destroy in the 40 years. So again it creates a environmental thing, affect the environment, because now you broke the things in the kachra of that bridge or something road and reconstruct the things, so it affect the environment. So you should maintain the thing and use the thing very careful. Anything you should use, sometimes you use any daily uses thing, you should use it very carefully. So you require after a long time, otherwise you throw that thing and you purchase the new, so it create a kachra in the society. So I think it is enough for today and it finishes your second module, and in the test you will ask for the first and the second module in the test.